Okay, can you talk about the student profile of SIO? What kind of students, what kind of young Muslim, what is the profile of the young Muslim students who join SIO? What kind of mobility they get through this political organization? What is the class profile, and if you can, caste profile also, if you can, if you have a sense of it. For Ossans or what is the other caste? Puslars. Those kinds of caste people join SIO?
You can see SIO is very active. You look at the Thrissur district or Malappuram district. SIO is very active in coastal belt also. So many workers are coming from this coastal belt also. So that you can see a combination of workers coming from coastal belt and if you see other regions. But probably there is still large number of students coming from the middle class background. That's very obvious in Kerala. Any other organization you can see that large number of students from the middle class background. But in SIO, but as a leaders and as a workers, there is good flow from the lower class and lower caste areas. You can see many of the students have been in SIO. SIO giving them mobility by giving much opportunities for education opportunities and giving them a political sense to deal with the social issue they have been facing day to day, and by organizing them to get their rights and all. This way, SIO organizing them, SIO are trying to mobilize them.
So how is it different from this perspective? How is SIO different from MSF and other Muslim? Do they also take into account caste? Actually, do they actively engage with caste issues?
Actually, in Kerala, I don't think no one has ready to engage with the caste issues. That's not only the problem of Muslim organization. The all Kerala progressives believe that Kerala is a country, no caste, no religion. This is a God's own country as such. There is no such divisions. But here we can see the caste is very strong in its invisible way. So it is working among Muslims too. So SIO is trying to address these issues too. But no other organization now they are even not ready to recognize there is such like caste stratification among Muslims. So SIO ready to recognize and address this issue. I think in future SIO has to more concentrate on such issues and more explore these issues and try to mobilize such social locations, students from such social locations. But our other organizations yet to, first of all, they have to get to recognize the issue. They are trying that we are all in a heaven. There is no class, caste or religious barriers. So even SIO was facing such criticism from different corners that they are using this type of categories to analyze the society that will divide the society. So they have to, first of all, they have to recognize these things. Again, MSF, through the study, you can see that MSF has done a lot to Muslim community, but many times they have alliance with the elitist agendas. So that should be seen in the Muslim MSF.
So in Malabar, in the Malabar area, British census and other Ansari and KK Koch, all of these people have written about lower caste Hindus, Pulayas, converting to Islam. So do you have any, do you know these people who have converted? Can you identify them?
I think as KK Koch himself wrote in his book, he wrote in one of his articles Actually, the main reason behind the Malabar rebellion was the 1921 rebellion and the chains of rebellion before that. This lower caste people who converted to Islam to get a identity, to get a new identity, fought against feudalism and British
dominance.
So the Mapala identity, the so-called Mapala identity, are formed by this the fusion of this kind of different identities. From lower caste people, they have embraced Islam. Then they have become under the Mapala identity. So in and around us, we can see now the Mapala identity. The Mapala identity itself from this lower caste people. It itself originated from this lower caste people, those who converted to Islam. So that's why the Malabar Khilafat mobilization was very strong in Malabar region, where feudalism and caste oppression was very strong. These people have to revolt this kind of oppression from British and feudal oppression. There's a lot of there is many of my friends have been looking how recently they have been trying to understand the lower caste conversion to Islam in Malabar region, how it have become a mobilizing tool for the lower caste from that region at that time. After the Malabar region, you can see Swami Dayananda Saraswati and hardcore Hindu organization of mobilized to reconvert them to the Hindu religion.
See, recently I read that LRS Lakshmi's book on Malabar. In that book, she has written that the lower caste Hindus who converted into Islam, they revolted against British.
Yeah.
But the lower caste Hindus were not very enthusiastic about revolting against. So, what is the role of Islam in? So, when they were lower caste Hindus, they didn't feel like actually rebelling, but Islam actually gave them a new
spirit to fight against
British. What is the role of Islam? Do you think Islam has a specific liberation potential? So conversion is giving a new kind of.
After Islamic conversion is in 1920s happened.
So did conversion give a new kind of liberating subjectivity to lower caste Hindus?
This conversion has given them a kind of they see Islam as a liberatory force, because the mutual solidarity between Muslims, the brotherhood is a very key aspect in Islam, and justice is very key aspect in Islam. When the caste element is come to the Islam, they have to address these issues too. So the Islamic leaders on that time, Ali Musliya or say Fasal Kufa, they have regularly teach that we have to stand dignity.
Yeah, Ali Musliya is from lower caste.
Yeah.
So is a conversion.
So they have to give a sense of dignity, a sense of spirit to fight against the feudal system. So the Islam, K.K. Kochau wrote that in Malabar region, Islam have brought that spiritual and liberatory aspect by the entry of this kind of group into the Islam. And Islam have a very strong belief in justice, because in Islam all things around justice, even Quran, you can see the very reference to the justice and very reference to the liberation from the slavery. So using these metaphors, they have fought against the oppression. But other lower caste people who still in the Hindu fold, they have not get the spiritual or cultural capital or cultural symbol, because they are under this caste system. They believe that we have we have been under this system, so we are not right to fought against this. When breaking this system, they have get a new kind of liberatory thing. That's why they are
Also, lower caste status is a very regional identity.
Yeah.
But when lower caste Hindus convert to Islam,
Islam.
suddenly they get a
New identity.
universal identity,
Universal identity.
especially identity related to Khilafat.
Yeah.
So, do you think that this world identity, worldwide Muslim Brotherhood would have given
Yeah.
them a different?
That's also helped them because they get a new identity, new horizon. They have to get more. Yeah, even you see the history of Ali Muslim has gone to Mecca. He has interacted with many scholars around Mecca. So this, and later he go to Andaman, Lakshadweep for teaching the students. So these kind of things have given them a new identity, universal identity, which is break these regional barriers and caste barriers. So using these kind of things, they have fought against the feudalism and British imperialism of that time. ഈ തെക്കൻ കേരളത്തിലെ മുസ്ലിം ആശുപത്രി
രവി എങ്ങനെ ഇത് ഓഫാക്കുന്നത്?
മലയാളം
ഇതോ?